everyone and welcome back to my channel. I've filmed for you this look right here. It's just quite like a glam fall look. I have to say I'm super duper pleased with how it's turned out. I'm really loving it. I mentioned throughout the video that I was so tired today and not motivated whatsoever to film, and I just thought this was going to be an absolute disaster, and it turned out really nice. I got a delivery of some Makeup Geek eyeshadows that are for my freelance kit, and I was just sitting popping them all into the tray and thought, why don't I just use all of these rather than pulling out things from my Alex drawers that you have seen me use already. I don't pull out these shadows because they're in my kit and it's just much easier to film with things that are already here. I love Makeup Geek. Their eyeshadows are absolutely beautiful and they are so inexpensive, it's nuts. So I've basically used mainly Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I actually am not sure if I picked up any MAC colours whatsoever, but all my single shadows here are pretty much Makeup Geek, MAC and a couple of Urban Decay, so that is what I've used. And I wanted to use this red lipstick that I've had put by. I've been using it since the day I bought it, about 2 weeks ago. I've literally wore it every other day. It's such a nice lip colour and I just wanted to incorporate that into this look somehow, and obviously with it being fall, it's just so nice to get out your red lip and do like a super sexy fall look. I hope I achieved that, and if you want to see how I created this look right here, then just keep watching. So beginning as usual to prime the eyes with MAC Pot, Paint Pot and Painterly. I'll whiz through this, it's pretty boring, so I'm going to pop this in the eyes and set it down with a translucent or nude coloured eyeshadow. So as I said, I'm using mainly my eyeshadow singles for this look, so they are a big mixture. I would say the majority of them now are Makeup Geek and MAC. To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of MAC eyeshadows. Like I think they do some really nice matte ones, but when it comes to shimmers I think they're really bad, so I actually stopped buying them. So I've just got kind of whatever's left. There's the odd Urban Decay one in here, but I don't think I'll be using any of these colours for today's look. So I did set my eyes down there with So Pale, which is a Makeup Geek shadow that I just got, and I am going in straight away with the shade Frappy. I actually just done a little kit top up of Makeup Geek eyeshadows, and I'm here in the UK, so it's really hard to get them. We use Beauty Bay and they had hardly any shades left. Like I was so disappointed when I was putting in the order. I really wanted some really like pinks and some lilacs and shimmers for Christmas, and there was none. So that was really disappointing. So I'm taking Frappy, which I did manage to get another one of Frappy, but I didn't manage to get Barcelona Beach or Creme Brulee, which are two eyeshadows that I use really regularly on clients. They didn't have them in stock. So I'm taking Frappy on the outside corners and right along the crease and above. So is everyone thinking about Christmas, or is it just me? Like, I am so excited about Christmas this year. I'm ready for it right now. So I'm just taking like a fluffier brush, like a fatter one, because I wanted to spread this colour out a little bit more. I don't know if I said in my last video, which was Halloween, that I was just so wanting to skip the month of October and part of November until it gets super Christmassy, because I was just like, well, everyone knows I love summer, like I go away on loads of holidays and I just love the sun. I was meant to live in the sun, and now that holidays are over and summer's over and the sun shines away, I just want to skip the awkward month of October and half of November so that we can get into that Christmas spirit. I've already bought my little Christmas earrings, they're sitting there ready and waiting. I am on the hunt for some really nice like winter cozy jumpers and stuff, and I've already set a date for my Christmas night out in Edinburgh, which I'm so excited for. I think I'm actually going to vlog that, so keep an eye out for that coming up. And then going in with the shade Bitten, which is from Makeup Geek. If anyone hasn't tried Makeup Geek shadows, I really advise on trying them out. I think one of the earliest videos that I did on here was actually a testing video on Makeup Geek eyeshadows, or not testing but like a first impression from the very first time I got them. And although you don't see me using them on here much now, it is only because those single shadows are in my kit for my bridal and party makeups. I just find it so much easier to have them in there because I can switch them in and out whenever they run out or when they need replaced or anything, rather than having palettes where one eyeshadow runs out and then you have to replace the full palette rather than just one shadow. That is why I use them in my freelance kit, and then I don't like open my freelance kit when I'm filming. I leave that packed, so that's why you don't see me using them on here too much. But that does not mean to say that I like them any less than any other eyeshadow palettes that I do use. These and my Tarte eyeshadows are probably my favourite formula. In other news, I have broke my ring light, which is obviously what I use to film. It is at the moment balancing on my desk behind this camera. The tripod that it's on is not broke, but the bit where the ring light like screws onto the tripod is actually snapped in half. So it's the actual ring light that needs replaced, which is so annoying because the ring is actually absolutely fine. It's so annoying, and it's, I mean, relatively new. I've been super gluing it back on, and today I think it's just like given up. So I'm brainstorming with my boyfriend to see how we can get this back together. I'm actually thinking that I want to bring this like reddy brown up a wee bit higher. And I'm literally just doing the same steps on each eye, so I'm now going to do this eye, but I'm going to pop off camera. And I'm going into the outer corners here a tiny little bit with Americano, just because I want to add a tiny little bit of depth to the outside corner. I really want to be careful not to do this too much, so and just to keep me right with the shape, I'm bringing it a little bit under the eye and kind of like dragging it up the way, just so that I can get that shape that I'm wanting. This is probably almost clean, and I'm just using that to bring this right the way around the crease. So you can just see that little bit of depth right on the outer. And for the moment, that's as much as I'm going to go in with it, so I'm just going to finish the other eye. So I don't know if anyone's seen the images that I posted on Instagram of the pink with a white cut crease and a little bit of glitter. I actually tried to film that video, but I was using the Soft Does Nails palettes, and I am so friggin' allergic to those eyeshadows, like so bad that my eyes were stinging, there were tears running right down my eyes. I couldn't get any makeup to stick in these outer corners. It was just messy and stingy and uncomfortable. Oh, it was horrendous. So I'm actually giving those eyeshadow palettes away because I just can't use them. I don't know what is in them, but my skin just hates them. And if anyone is watching who doesn't follow me on Instagram, my name is Susan MUA, Susan_MUA. I would love it if you jumped on and followed me, as I'm so close to hitting 10k. I think I'll probably be hitting 10k very early November, and for anyone who knows me, that's super exciting because I have been working on it for just over a year, and it has taken me, like, I say about a year and 3-4 months to hit 10k. I started off with 1000 when I started this Instagram journey. Yeah, it's super exciting. I mean, I don't even know what's going to happen when I hit 10k. It's like, whoa, yay, but nothing's going to change. So I don't know, it's just a personal goal for me, and I'm thinking once I hit that 10k, I'm actually going to try and hit 1000 on here. I'm sitting at 306 just now or something, and I really don't promote my YouTube channel, or all I do is post a video once a week, and sometimes there's a few weeks where I don't post a video. So if I can try and be more consistent on YouTube and hit my 1000 by early 2019, that would be so awesome. So yeah, that's the next goal. But if you don't follow me on Instagram, please go and hit that follow button on there, Susan_MUA. I'm pretty sure the link is in my description box below. I'm actually about to ask you what you thought about this, but you can't answer me. I think before I go in with the shimmers and stuff, I'm going to just clean up underneath so that we can get a better look at how this is meant to be looking. And now the big question is, do I want to cut this crease or do I want it nice and soft? Pretty sure I want to cut this crease. So it's going to be a half cut crease, and I'm going to use the MUA concealer in the shade, it just says #130. It's the Pro Base Full Coverage Concealer. So I'm going to use this on a little brush. I cannot find my MAC 242 brush anywhere, so I'm going in with my Royal & Langnickel concealer brush in BC210, which is very, very similar to it. Can you see how I always say I'm messy? Like, what the hell is wrong with me? So I'm putting the concealer down here, and I'm going to look up, and it didn't work. So I've done it again, and now I'm going to look up. Okay, we've got a little bit, so that's where I'm going to cut the crease, and I'm going to try my best to do a little bit of this on camera. The half crease right here. I'm going in with the shade Cosmopolitan from Makeup Geek, and I don't know if you can see, but it's like a really fiery sort of copper colour. So that's how I want my eyes to look. So to begin with, I'm just going straight in with my finger. No spray because the base is tacky. Yeah, that's super fiery. Let's actually leave that top section blank. So I'll go in with a brush so that I can get that a little bit neater. I wish I had the shade Shimma Shimma to put in this top part here, but it was out of stock. Shimma Shimma is like one of my favourite eyeshadow shades ever. And let's go on top slightly with the shade Glamorous. Camera's picking up how pretty these Makeup Geek shadows are. I'm going in with this little brush again because there's already just a little bit of colour on it from earlier, and I'm just sort of blending there where our shimmer shade ended, and yeah, patted that in. So this top section here that I left, I'm going in with a really small brush, and I'm using the shade Starry Eyed. As I said, I really wish we had Shimma Shimma because I think that would have been super duper lovely. bring this into the inner corner as well. That shade Starry Eyed is absolutely stunning. So I've got that little blending brush again, and I'm just blending this edge here. Wow, I really love this. I'm going to go ahead and do the same on the other eye, and I'll be back in 2 minutes. Got my 2 eyes the same, but for this eye I actually dipped my brush into Starry Eyed, gave it a little spray with MAC Fix Plus, and just went over this section here where we placed down the Starry Eyed, just to bring up that intensity level one more little tiny bit. I'm super pleased with how this is looking at the moment. Let me bring you in a tiny tad. So this is how it looks. Maybe this needs blended out a little tiny bit here. I'll do that right now, and I'll pop on some liner and lashes and come back and show you the finished eye look. I've now finished off my eyes. I've got my liner and eyelashes on. These are the Eldora lashes in H168 I do believe, but I'll double check that. I've used the Kiehl's Daily Reviving Concentrate, which I use pretty much every day, and then I've went in with the Rimmel Match Perfection foundation, and this is in the shade Light Nude, which is actually matching me quite perfect at the moment. Also, the concealer that I used was the one that I used earlier on, which is the MUA one, which is now on my floor because I've dropped it and I'm far too lazy to get up and pick it up. So that's what I use concealer wise. I set under my eyes with the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just here to do the rest of my face with you. Oh yeah, I've got my brows on as well. The mascara I used on my bottom lashes was the Benefit Bad Girl Bang. I'm going in with the Tarte Pro palette to contour and bronze my face. I'm going into the shade Sculpt. You could say I like a strong contour, which I thought I did until you see some other people's, and maybe I actually like a normal contour. So let's go somewhere in between. I mean, I do like it quite dark and sculpted out. It was a real struggle to film today. I woke up just feeling so tired. Wednesday is usually the day I have off from the gym, and just getting up out of my bed early in general. I try and not have much planned on a Wednesday. I think I've said this in a few videos. I just like to spend the day in front of the camera, filming, playing with makeup, any new pieces that I've got, and shooting stuff for Instagram. But this morning I actually had a client at 9:30, so I was up for her, but it was a struggle to get up for my alarm. Like, I'm such a wimp, but I took an antihistamine yesterday because my eyes were stinging, and I think it like knocked me out. I fell asleep last night like on the sofa. It was midnight, right, but I just could not keep my eyes open, and that is definitely the antihistamines. And then I could not get up out of bed this morning. I'm also so sore from the gym because I've been trying to get myself back into a gym routine, so I'm so sore from that. And now for my favourite brush, which is the Real Techniques, it is a blush brush. It's so beautiful, and I'm going into the shade, I'm just kind of mixing Fire and Stunner from the Tarte's Pro palette, so like these two here in the middle, and I'm going to use these to bronze up my face. So as I said, it was a real struggle to film this afternoon actually. It's quite late. So I've got dinner cooking in the slow cooker. If anyone's interested, I'm making Gino De Campo's recipe of meatball pasta. I actually can't wait, it's going to be so good. So the pasta sauce is in the slow cooker, and I've just added the meatballs not too long ago. As soon as I'm finished this, I am going to go put my PJs on, and I've got recorded the last episode, or the new episode of Criminal Minds, so I'm just really looking forward to getting finished and going and being so lazy on the sofa. This is the Laura Geller Baked Blush in the shade Apricot Berry. It is the Balance and part of the Baked Blush and Brighten range. I'm actually really proud of myself for getting in front of the camera today and filming, because see when you don't feel like it's so easy just to say, I'll catch up like another time, because it's not my job. I don't get paid for it. It takes up so much time, and I could easily just have been lazy, but I feel like I just feel sort of proud of myself for giving myself that push to get in front of the camera, and to be honest, I do feel that little bit better for pushing myself. So, and I've just used way too much blush. And now for highlighter, I'm using the Laura Geller Baked Gelato in Ballerina, which you can see here. It is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to wet this. I'm just going to bring in a little bit closer so that you can see this highlighter going on. I'm actually going to wet this highlighter, even though it is super intense not being wet. I'd say this was like a wet looking highlight, so I've given it a squish with Fix Plus, and I think I might have just got it all over the lens. Definitely got it all over my mirror. Isn't that just a gorgeous highlight? You see how wet looking it is? It's beautiful. So I'm really struggling with ideas of what to film at the moment. Makeup looks. I've not been buying any new makeup because there's not really anything that's been exciting me recently, like at all. So I've just not purchased anything. So I've not got any haul videos or testing videos. And now I'm just going to give my face a little spray with the MAC Fix Plus. I just love the smell of that. While that's drying down, I'm going to go and grab my lipstick, and I know exactly what lipstick I want to wear. If anyone, again, has me on Instagram, you would have seen me using it like every other day since I picked it up. I'll go nip and get it and be right back. I have the NYX lipstick here. I picked this up in TJ Hughes. I don't know how many people be familiar with TJ Hughes on here, but they do like a big range of stuff. They do makeup, homeware, skincare. They've even got like clothes and stuff. It's not really like my cup of tea for any sort of fashion or anything like that, but I do go in for Christmas stuff, and I definitely pick up some makeup things. I don't know if it's like cabbage stock or when they change their packaging, so I really hope that this is still available. But it's this super deep red here. It's gorgeous. And the shade on the bottom says 569, so I don't even have like a shade name for it. What I'll do is nip online and see if they do still sell it. It says it's lip smacking fun colours. I really hope they still do this colour because I'll definitely want to be picking up more. It's such a nice formula, and I picked it up for like $2.99. It was crazy. I got a bunch of lip liners from Revlon for $1.99 and 2 lip stains, one from Maybelline and one from, again, Revlon, and they were only $1.99, which is like completely nuts. So yeah, I have this shade right here, and I have the worst lips, so we will be going in and using a brush. If I wasn't so scared of absolutely everything, I would definitely go and get my lips done and fillers in my smile lines. My smile lines are horrific and my lips are so teeny. Look at them. They're like non-existent, so they're overdrawn quite a bit and it just looks dumb. It's so hard to fill in your lips with a bullet as well. What I've been doing every day with this is getting a bit of tissue, because it's not a matte colour, it's more like, it's not a glossy sort of colour, it's more satin. So what I have been doing is getting a little bit of tissue and just patting it down a little bit so that it's not so shiny and intense. I went in and used the highlight and brow bone in the inner corners with Starry Eyed. And I do have to say, I'm super pleased with how this makeup look has turned out. I'll zoom you in and let you have a closer look, but that is pretty much done. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that button. It would make me super duper happy, and it'll make me that little bit closer to my 1000 target. I will see you next week. Mwah! Bye!